I don't know whether the Colonial Williamsburg Foundation will allow me to use these clips from the strategic plan video on their website, but I wanted to share some clips from it because I could not find the same video on their YouTube channel, and I just think it's important to help people to see themselves and organizations like this correctly. Because the reality is, if they want to accurately depict the past so that the future is not repeated, then you have to include slavery and breeding as an economy, because those kinds of initiatives are happening in 2024, and they know these kinds of things are happening in 2024, and we are never going to get to a place where we can live together in a paradise worldwide where 100% of the people agree to do no harm 100% of the time, because they have done their work within their own homes without being harassed or interrupted as they do the difficult work of determining what they would need in order to go home and stay there without unnecessary and contrary interference preventing them from moving forward with achieving the goals they have set for themselves in their own homes, so that they can then do the same things with other families doing the same work within their communities and their cities and their states and their regions and so on and so forth. Stop lying, and then stop charging people money for it.
Proposed. Rockefeller captured his aspirations for Williamsburg with these words: "It is my desire and purpose to carry out this enterprise completely and entirely, to restore Williamsburg to what it was in the old colonial days, and to make it a great center for historical study and inspiration." Over the decades, Rockefeller's and Goodwin's shared vision evolved to surpass even their grandest ambitions. Today, Colonial Williamsburg stands as the largest living history museum in the world. And we are committed to doing this accurately and completely by constantly advancing our knowledge and understanding. But it is not just our commitment that makes Colonial Williamsburg essential to the commemoration of our nation's 250th anniversary. As a foundation, we are the stewards of this colonial capital city. In Washington, Rochambeau and Lafayette planned the Battle of Yorktown. In addition, this region of the broader Chesapeake encompasses America's first permanent English settlement, the arrival of the first Africans in Virginia, and the nation's first representative assembly. All of our nation's history is here, its triumphs as well as its tragedies. All of this history must be told so that we can more fully understand our responsibilities as citizens, the roots of today's issues, and how we can address them together.
All of you, as well as all our loyal donors and friends, our frequent visitors, whether online or in person, and our committed trustees, past and present, see clearly why our work matters. We have an almost 100-year-old legacy of telling our nation's origin story, of bringing our founding to life, of preserving the world's largest living museum so that anyone and everyone can be educated and inspired by all that happened here. And yet we know not everyone sees us and our work the way we do. Some don't yet know about us at all. Others know about us but think they don't care. Some know about us and think we don't care about them. The strategic plan you'll learn more about through this video was written to help us build on the great work we already do, introduce our work to those who may not know us, and connect our work in meaningful ways to those who don't think we are relevant in their lives. The strategic plan is the result of many, many months of thought and work by employees, the senior leadership team, and the entire Board of Trustees. Thought and work by employees, the senior leadership team, and the entire Board of Trustees. It represents our highest aspirations, our most important priorities, and articulates where we will spend our time, money, and resources over the next 5 years. The vital nature of our work informs this strategic plan. Too many of us, too often, and for too long, have romanticized history, confusing nostalgia for the real thing. Or we simplify the past, leaving out the searing contradictions and the real horrors, and tell just the parts of the story that emphasize heroism and progress. Or we cherry-pick our history and focus only on those aspects that serve a particular political purpose. We place some people on pedestals while ignoring too many others. Is it any wonder that so many Americans are skeptical or perhaps even resentful about our history, or believe that the story of our nation is irrelevant to their own story? Still, we all know that history matters. The surging popularity of genealogy speaks to a deep, intuitive longing by all of us to understand who we are by learning about who and what came before us. In our own lives, we eventually come to realize that we cannot fully understand our present or effectively face our future unless we understand our past. And this is true of our nation as well. These are tumultuous and consequential times. We face difficulties and dislocations, divisions and discord. At a time of upheaval as well as opportunity, Americans' understanding of our own history matters. When our history is told completely and accurately, in its entirety, with both our failings and our triumphs revealed, history is a mirror that helps us see ourselves and each other more clearly. As we approach the centennial celebration of the founding of the Colonial Williamsburg Foundation and the 250th celebration of the founding of our nation, our mission has never been more clear. We must leverage and strengthen our heritage of preservation and education, as well as forge a national reputation for thoughtful, impactful civic engagement. This strategic plan maps out how all of us here at Colonial Williamsburg can help to create a more perfect union. Each of us has an important role to play so that the future may learn from the past and be better for it.